That's the truth and difference between Etsy and Amazon. Never use mailers. Now let's tie it. And in a busy season, like, I wouldn't do that. I got this. Hi everyone, my name is Victoria and welcome back to my channel. So on my previous video, I made 40 tissue box covers. Yeah, and it took me like the whole week. So on this video, I will share my entire process, how I pack that covers, and meanwhile, I also will share a story how I started selling on Amazon, because it was like 3 years ago and there was so many ups and downs and so many tears and late night calls to Amazon support team, like 5 hours calls. So yeah, there was a lot. It's a lot to sell on Amazon, but honestly, I think it's worth it. And if you own a small business, you should definitely try it. Yeah, so I think let's start. Okay, what I need? This. What else do I need? This, and this. Yeah, okay. Welcome to my sewing studio floor. Yeah, that's where I like do this part of work. So, before I start packing tissue box covers, I need to stamp the packaging, and this is actually very important part of selling on Amazon because they require you to have branded packaging, and this is one thing that you cannot skip. So when I started 3 years ago, I didn't really have a lot of money to order any branded packaging. So this is what I figured out. This is a regular paper bags. You can buy them on Amazon. They're not super expensive and I like use them to ship my products because they lightweight and it's sustainable. So I take these paper bags and then I have my ink pad. I use this one, I don't know. I think it's also from Amazon. And then I have a stamp like this. So on this stamp, I have a logo of my brand and also I have the text here that say linen craft goods, handmade in Brooklyn, and then my website on the top, march16.com. So this is what I do. I stamp all these bags first, and then I'm gonna start packing my tissue box covers. While I'm stamping these bags, I'll tell you a little bit how I started selling on Amazon. The first platform where I started to sell my products was actually Etsy. And I've been selling on Etsy for like 1.5 years, I think, maybe almost like 2 years, and then I realized that it's not like super consistent income because Etsy is great, but there's this like seasons when like you sell more, you sell less. And at that time, I was a single mom and I provided for me and my daughter myself, and I just couldn't really afford to have these times when like I'm not making money. So I tried to sell on Amazon and I had couple products that been selling pretty much consistently on my Etsy store. It was my linen coasters, tissue box covers, drawstring bags, and towels. So I decided on creating a listing on Amazon and try to sell those. And I also decided to do Amazon FBA right away because I know that I'm just not gonna have enough time to ship my Etsy orders and Amazon orders at the same time. It just would get me crazy, and in a busy season, like, I wouldn't do that. If you want to start selling on Amazon, I would definitely start with Amazon FBA. But you need to know that if you decide to sell on Amazon FBA, get ready that first like 1 or 2 months you will spend just trying to publish that listings, because it's one thing to create an account, but then you need to confirm your address. They will like send you the mail and with the code, and you need like to type it. This like one thing. Then you need to confirm your branding and all of that. Also, they want you to do the brand registry. I didn't done it at the beginning because it costs like $200 or $500. So I would definitely recommend to do the brand registry, but only if you have like consistent sales on Amazon. But at the beginning, I don't think it's worth it to pay like $200, $300 or $500 for trademark and brand registry. So the other thing is to choose your products wisely. In my opinion, Etsy is a really good platform to start, because there you can see what of your products sells the most organically at the beginning, and then I would recommend these items also add to Amazon. On Etsy, you can have a lot of products, and it's actually great if you have like 60, 100, 200 products. This helps your visibility. But on Amazon, I think it's different. I think it's good to have like one product in 1 or 2 colors at the beginning and send a small amount of inventory to Amazon. I started with like 10 pieces, because if you send a lot of inventory to Amazon, you're just gonna start paying all that storage fees. Okay, so next I order from Amazon these natural color tags, and I stamp them too. This stamp says that it's handmade, cut and sew in New York, 100% natural linen and eco-friendly. This tag also will feature my shop store. I've been selling on Amazon at this moment for 3 years, and I think like there was one time when I spent 5 hours on the phone with them, because I had situation when something happened to my listings and it was like not showing on a search. I called them one time and they told me they fixed it, and they didn't fix it. Then I called the second time, they told me okay, we fixed it, and they didn't fix it. So it was like this for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. When I'm finally called them, like I was so angry because I've been not making any sales for like 3 weeks. Yeah, and then they finally fix it. So just be prepared that you're gonna spend a lot of time with Amazon customer support team if you decide to sell on Amazon. But I'll tell you this, I think for me it's worth it, because I don't make as many sales on Amazon like on Etsy, but I like to think about Amazon like my side income. So every month I spend around 1 week just making and replenishing inventory. But then after I ship all that products to Amazon, like I don't need to worry about anything else. They just shipping my products and I'm just making money. So the next thing that I will do, I have this hole puncher that was decorated by my daughter with her stickers. And I will make holes in these paper bags, so then I can put all my products inside and tie it. Where is one more box? I need one more more box. Okay, so now after I finished stamping all the packages, I made these boxes that I will use to ship all the inventory to Amazon FBA. And here is one thing that I learned: if you ship anything to Amazon FBA, always use a box. Never use mailers to ship anything to Amazon FBA. You know why? Because every time I ship anything using the mailers, it's always lost. It's always lost. Like, I don't know how it's happening. Maybe it's my luck. So they never lost any of my boxes, but they lost all the inventory that I shipped them by mail, and they never found that. And it was just like lost. So now I'm gonna write the name of the cover colors that will go to this box. So here I will put white, and this one gonna be for blue gray, and this for the rosewood, and this for natural. So this is something that helps me don't confuse colors at the end when I put the shipping labels, because like when I pack everything, the packaging look exactly the same, and it don't say what the cover color in this packaging. So yeah, it's very important to know what color cover in each box. Okay, so let's start with the blue gray, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 blue gray color, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Okay. Where is the scissors? So first let's cut some rope. Okay, this much. Now I put cover inside, fold it, take a tag, and this is how my tags look like after I stamp it. Then I take a rope, put it inside like this. Now let's tie it, and done. So this is how the wrapped tissue box cover look like. Now is a juicy topic. This is something that discourage a lot of people from selling on Amazon. It's Amazon FBA fees. Honestly, the fees depend on the items that you sell. In my case, Amazon takes 30% fee from the whole sell. So if one of my tissue box cover cost $38, Amazon takes like $10 fees. And on Etsy, honestly, like, you never know. Sometimes I'm like, I made a sale and I made $50 on Etsy, but then the same day advertising cost me this $50, and like I didn't make money at all. It's like it's depend on the season, and there's a lot of factors, but yeah, that's the truth and difference between Etsy and Amazon. But you also can decide to sell, I don't know, like any product on Amazon, and it can not selling without advertising. That's why I recommend to send to Amazon FBA only the products that you know it sells well on your other platforms. So what else? Also, another thing that I would consider if I would just start selling on Amazon, it's the size of the items you want to sell and the price you want to put. Honestly, like, to be profitable, it's better to sell items that like $20 plus. And also, I wouldn't sell like some kind of like big or bulky items on Amazon because of the storage fees. Okay, so I just packed natural blue gray and rosewood color, and the last one is white, and then I'll be done. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to create a shipping label for each of the boxes, and yeah, and then ship it with UPS. I think one of the biggest lessons that I learned over these 5 years running my small business: never rely on one platform for your income, because something can happen to your Instagram, to your Amazon store, to your Etsy store, to Shopify store, wherever. Like if you have only one platform where you sell your products, or you have your influence, and you lost it, you're gonna lose your entire income. So was my mantra, I would say, for last 3 years, that I need to have at least 3 sources of income. Wait, I have 4 enough because I started doing markets. So for me, at this moment, it's Etsy as my main income stream sales platform, then Amazon, then Shopify and custom orders, and the last one is markets. But market is kind of seasonal, and it's like, I'm not doing markets every month because I simply don't have time and energy. So yeah. Okay, I spent 4 hours just packing all these covers. Yeah, but I'm done, and now like the last part is to print shipping labels, and Amazon always will give you 2 shipping labels. So one is for UPS and another one will be for their warehouse. So there's 2 things to remember. First, these 2 shipping labels, they cannot be next to each other. Amazon give you instructions that like one label should be on one side and another label should be on another side. And also, when I just started shipping my packages to Amazon, I didn't have my label printer. So I've been like printing the shipping label on my printer, and then I just use the regular tape to tape it on a box. Yeah, and I got in so much trouble because of that. They've been putting all my boxes, like all my shipments, on hold because of that, and I got a lot of like bad points for taping the shipping label. So like when you ship, it needs to be a sticker. It cannot be just like sheet of paper taped to the box. Yeah, so this is just something to know if you will ever ship anything to Amazon FBA. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna end this video here and just like finish packing all of these boxes, and thank you for watching, and I see you in my next video.